The Hebrew Israelites, the Lions Den camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, before we begin, we want to give praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Shai, and our Father, Yahweh, and honors to our elders out there in New York, elders of GMS, all right? We say, Kal,
Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah.
All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, which means brothers and sisters around the four corners of the earth that still believe in sincerity and truth, and have not fallen asleep, not still fast asleep, as in this American dream. All right. Let's start. We're gonna read Revelation 20. I don't know where we're going. We're gonna flow with it. Let's start from there, man. All right.
This is the book of Revelation,
Yeah.
chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, in a great chain, in his hand.
Right. And this scripture right here speaks about. What it's showing is that the Most High controls everything from the heavens and in the heavens and upon the earth, and He's given that power to His Son Yahweh Shai. He says, "I hold the keys to hell and death." Right? You want to get it?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I was looking for it as you were speaking.
Yeah, you good. And basically, that angel is Yahweh Shai controlling people upon this earth, and at that time, he was using individuals like Septimius Severus. All right, to sever the western leg of the Roman Empire, which will usher in for the Dark Ages. All right, 1,000 years of us ruling the western leg of the Roman Empire. All right, let's get that.
You know, 1 and 18.
Yeah, please. And then let's get Daniel 7. Look at Daniel 7.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 18. It says, I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. Amen. And have the keys of hell and of death.
Right, so what Yahweh Shai is showing us is that he's the one that bound up this devil. In Europe, he bound them up and put them on a lower degree. Functionality, freezing up on here. He's the one that put them on a low degree. The same way he put us on a low degree. This is our hell, while Esau is in their heaven. So the Most High is showing us through Yahweh Shai that Yahweh Shai has the power to free us and break this yoke from off of us, this chain that Esau put upon us, because Yahweh Shai put a chain upon Esau before. All right? And it happened with Septimius Severus. All right? Go ahead. Somebody read something? Daniel 2.
Daniel chapter 2.
Yep. We're talking about the legs of iron. Yeah, we kind of just flowing real quick.
This is Daniel chapter 2.
I have no idea what that is.
Verse 32.
Yep.
This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass.
Right. Yeah, here you go. Let's get that.
Come on.
So this right here, the head of gold goes into the Assyrian Empire, which is really the beginning of the Babylonian Empire. All right, because those Babylonians were Assyrians. They just were not a part of the royal family. All right, so they started their own shit. And then you have the Medo-Persian Empire. And then you have Greece. But then you have what? Go ahead. The legs.
His legs, verse 33, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay.
Right, so the legs of iron, that's what we're focusing on. That shows you that there were two sides to the Roman Empire, the eastern and western leg of the Roman Empire. But one of them fell during the scripture that we're reading today. All right, come on, brother. All right, so the beginning of their fall, the western leg of the Roman Empire started with Septimius Severus. What was that, 198 AD? All the way up, that was 80, right?
Yeah.
AD, right? Yeah, September 3rd, AD. And then all the way up until 476 AD. All right, that was the start of their fall. All right, you had it was called the fall of Rome. So you had a beginning and an end of the beginning. But then they rose back up from the 1200s, the 12th century to the 1400s. It was called the Renaissance, which means the rebirth. All right, of that Western League of the Roman Empire. They came and took back from Constantine. They took Constantinople. All right, so they took back their power. Now let's keep reading where we was at. Revelation 20.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right, see, that was a 1,000-year period. All right, from 476 all the way up to the 1400s. And that's when you get those images like Caesarea Borgia. You know, the Roman Empire. I ain't gonna put too many signs today. All right. So, yeah, man. So that's when this happened, and that's when they started pushing their lies, calling themselves Christians. You know. All right, go ahead.
And cast him into the bottomless pit.
Right, cast them into a lower level of living over there in Europe. All right, so they're gonna go back to that, but this time they're going even further. They're going into bondage. You see that? Just like now, we're in a sense in a bottomless pit here in America of hell. This is a hell. Like, you can fall as far as you want. Here, it's endless. You know, you go to the bottom of the bottom, man. They call it the sunken place.
Yeah, the belly of the beast.
Belly of the beast. All right, so the same thing happened with them when the Lord put them in bondage, the lower level over there in Europe. All right, ran them up into the mountains by the Vikings.
And the whole part of the whole whitewashing of everything to get everybody to forget of the low condition that they were already in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's hard for people to believe. That's why they call it the Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages. Because it's the Dark Ages for them, because we was kicking their butts.
Yep, and they did the same thing with slavery. When they came over here, they were in a bad case, Europe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also, they used pigs as food on their ships. They said they stunk so much you could smell them miles away coming off the water.
Yeah.
And when they first got here, the women couldn't make it because of the heat and the mosquitoes and shit like that. So that's when they started taking from the natives, man. So they what they say, you're gonna be a vagabond, a thief upon the earth, scavenger, man. All right, so all the riches and wealth Esau has, they stole it from the beginning. The scripture say that their dwelling should be the fat of the earth, the dew from heaven. Nah, you good? The water too. Where was that? If you get it though, we'll read it.
This is back at Revelations chapter 3. I'm gonna finish it up.
Right, go ahead.
And shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
There you go. All right, so who's going to do that? What's that scripture? It might be 19, I'm not sure, but you say many crowns? When we say it's going to be many crowns? All right? Let me know when y'all get it, man, because Yahweh Shah is already fighting these devils, man. He's been fighting our battles from the beginning. What's that in the Apocrypha where it says he leaped down a man of war? I can help you get it now. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 12. It says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
There you go.
And he had a name written that no man knew but himself.
Right, Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 15. Right, so Yahweh Shah has been fighting for us all the way from the beginning, man. You know? And he said, what? He on his head gonna be many crowns. So when he conquers, I'm about to get another scripture, but it's cool. But when he conquers Esau, especially this place America, Babylon, he's gonna what? Take down all these nations after that. He's gonna take down Esau's rulership on his earth. So you know he's gonna bind them up again. On his head gonna be many crowns that he's been already fighting. Right? What's that? Yeah, somebody got that wisdom side 18 and 15.
This is Solomon chapter 18, verse 15. Thine almighty word leapt down from heaven. It's like it leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death, and it touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth.
See that? That's Yahushua. And he got the power to free us from bondage or to put us in captivity. Look what he did to those Egyptians. You know, he put hell upon them and freed us. And now he was showing us for 1,000 years, he had the power to bind up Esau, man. You know, to bring them down. So he's going to do it again. Go ahead, Revelation 6 and 2. Go ahead, bro.
That's what I was that was my preacher I was doing. Now.
Really?
Yeah. It's Revelation chapter 6, verse 2. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Right, so now this same conqueror from the beginning that brought the plagues to Egypt, now he's been given a fire. Now fire has been put in his hand. That's why I say he had a bow in his hand. All right, and that bow goes into that fire and the missiles. He's controlling them. All right, so all of this is given into the hand of Yahushua to destroy these devils with, man. All right, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah bringing judgment.
Con.
You know, like a barbarian from heaven jumping out the sky. That's a weird nightmare. All right, where was that? Somebody read?
And all the elements.
That's right, man. So this same one, Yahushua, has proven to us, and we can see his handiwork by reading about the fall of the Roman Empire and how he brought it down in the collapse and economic downfall, the same way this place is falling. Oh, good.
This is Sirach, chapter 9, Sirach verse 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what we're witnessing right now, man. Hey, as the elder just stated, that the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, has that power, that bow, all right, in order for him to be able to send that fire, man, by way of those ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. And that's come in by way of World War III. So that's why the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to turn back and repent to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Yahweh being the Father's true name, Yahushua being the Son's true name.
Right. Revelation 20.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20. And I'm going to start at the top of 3 again. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Right, so after that 1,000 years in the 1400s, that's when they went out on their conquest, saying that they were Christians, saying that they were God's children, God-fearing people, when really they were nothing but devils. And they went out putting these images up, saying that that's the Messiah, you know, the Renaissance period, the rebirth. And they've been loose for that little season. Somebody get that 1,000 years to take the book? Yep. My bad, I'm called out here too for some more preaching. Whenever y'all, 1,000 years a day to the Lord. All right. So this is that we're in the midst of Esau's little season. What's that? Triumphing of the wicked is short. Somebody grab that. I need these two real quick.
Chapter 3, verse 8. Book of life.
The wicked is short. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day with the Lord is as 1,000 years.
Right. So that one day, that was one day that we were in power in the Byzantine Empire. All right. But they were pagans too. Constantine, a lot of those Jakes. All right, go ahead.
And 1,000 years, that's one day.
Right, so now we're in the midst of that little season. So Esau has been ruling since the Roman Empire been around. You know, since the 1400s, they've been ruling shit. We might say the 1200s, the 12th century. All right, so Esau's been ruling, and then now they took us into bondage. They set up a system of racism, and then they established these agencies to keep us in bondage and to take over the whole world, called NATO, EU, and America. All right,
Systemic racism.
it's systemic racism, and so they're still fighting us to this day. You know, they're just not calling us Israelites anymore. They're going by color. You know, or they, yeah, that's a good point. Social constructs. All right, so they're still fighting against us. So we need somebody to fight for us. And now the Lord gave us the way to fight back with the spirit of truth, man, to shine light against darkness. All right. So we still fighting against that. And Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and fight against that, man, and bind them up again. And they don't think it's possible. But it's already been proven. Yeah, the water too. Right? Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomever he will and set above over the basis of men. Yeah, the base man that he set up over is Esau. And in the book of Job, they refer to as base man. But by decree of the watchers and demand of the holy ones, to the living may know. The elect being the living, the Most High rules in the kingdom of men. So we already know, like it says in Job, the triumphing of the wicked but for a short time, because the Most High has the keys of hell. He gave the keys to hell and death to Yahweh Shai, which controls everything. So now we're seeing the hand of Jacob holding the heel of Esau and the transitioning of power. And you see the paradigm shift in the universe has all been done by Yahweh Shai.
It's like a steel cage match. Esau trying to climb up out the cage. Jacob, we got our hand around his ankle pulling it down. Why? Because that cage is that boundary that Esau cannot pass, man. So therefore, that's why the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you see his prophecies coming to pass today, you know?
All right. Get ready to bind these devils up, man. Yahweh Shai.
And he also put him in a position where it's hard for people to believe that it's hard for people to believe that this devil is going to fall. But on the flip side, people are seeing it, even though it's hard to believe.
Yeah, they said what? He said a little season. That's the focus, right? They're gonna be loose for a little season. Right? Go ahead real quick, just so they can be revealed, man.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?
There you go.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens.
Yeah, you got this real quick.
Yeah, listen. The joy of the hypocrite, they're in their heavenly state. Right? That hypocrite is talking about Esau. And these other nations following right along his footsteps, trying to be like him, and him being able to convince the whole world that we the enemy, we the bad ones. They take everything from us, right? And set up a welfare system and really force our people to be dependent on that psychologically and somewhat physically and economically, and then tell the whole world and make it seem like we freeloaders. See how he done that? See how he paints the picture of us being the bad guy? And according to Psalms 83, as the whole world is joined confederacy with them, all right, to turn against the children of Israel. It's not a coincidence that their name is the front runner in the list of names in that scripture.
Man. And that shows the power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai too as well, man. As the bishop said earlier, all right, you got 2/3 of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? They feel like, how can this man be brought down? How can this nation be brought down, all right? The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai says, even though his excellency mount up to the heavens, all right, he should be brought down, man. So therefore, that's why we need that divine intervention, all right, to intervene in order for us to be delivered out of this hellhole that we're in, this condition that we're in, this hell that we're in, you know?
All right, man. It's all in the Most High's timing, meaning we don't have to worry, man. Everything's right on schedule. Everything's right on the Lord's schedule, man.
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And yeah, this is speaking on the times of ultimately 70 AD. So that's just proof. That's the history showing you how the Lord can shut them up He the one who maketh alive. He the one who killeth and destroys. He the one who ruleth in the kingdom of men. That was just brought out.
They're gonna take them out of the way.
That's why it says in Daniel, and the saints shall take the kingdom.
Yep. Right? That's right. Yahweh Shai is gonna take them out of the way. Let's get that real quick. And he said what? They ruling for a little season. You know, for a couple thousand years, but us, once we get in our position, in our rulership, it's gonna be for eternity. That's actually the present. Because in reality, the Lord said, ye are gods, man. But he said, you shall die like the princes. Man, we're going to fall just like Alexander the Creep in them. You know, being exalted and then dying upon the earth. You know, living and dying in reincarnation. But now in the kingdom, we're going to live for eternity. We're going to be perfect. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 18, verse 10.
Right.
It says, as a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sand, so are 1,000 years to the days of eternity.
Yeah, so Esau had his little rulership for a couple thousand years, you know. But now he says it's eternity. That's how long we're gonna rule for. It's gonna always be the present. It's gonna be like a drop. That's a little season. Let's get back to that now. So that little season that Esau is ruling, coming out of the Roman Empire and taking over the world today, that's like a what? A drop from
A drop into the, it says, as a drop of water unto the sea.
that's like a drop of water into the sea. So you can look at the sea. He said what? The wide is the sea. That's the kingdom. Remember he said that? We got to go through the narrow way to get to the wide, the sea. All right?
And the crazy part about it, the scripture says she shall be as he never was. You can't see a drop of water in the sea. That's a comparison to Esau's rulership, man.
That shows you that the sea is going to devour that drop.
Huh.
Right? Yeah, the triumph of the wicked is short. That's that little season. All right, yeah, go ahead. We got it already. Revelation.
All right, this is back at Revelation, chapter 20. I'm going to finish the rest of verse 3. And after that, he must be loose a little season.
Right, he must be loose a little season. Why? Because it's according to prophecy. Right? You got something? You got one? Go ahead, brother.
This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh have indignation forever. Right. And I was bringing that out because yeah, they're gonna return. They're gonna be let loose for that season, rebuild the desolate places, and then the Lord gonna come and destroy them that second time, and it's gonna be forever, and the kingdom of Israel gonna rule forever.
And they started that with Herod. Them trying to rebuilding the Tower of Antonia over in, what's that, Masada?
Yep.
And he started building with that. And so Esau been trying to build ever since they got ran out of motherfucking petrol by the Nabateans. You know? So every time they try to build up something, the Lord throws it down. And it's like the Lord is like patronizing them, following them around the earth, fucking with them. You know, so every time they try to establish something, the Lord run up on them. And you know what I'm saying? Now this is the last time the Lord's gonna totally destroy them. He's gonna chase them all throughout the earth.
Yeah, it's basically a wrestling. It's a fight.
Yeah.
It's a fight of gods, you know, fight of powers.
Huh.
One round fighting against another.
Dark against light.
Right, man. And the final knockout blow about to happen from Yahweh Shai. All right, where was that? Let's get back to this now. So that shows you, man. And plus, the reason it was let out for a little season is because that prophecy had to happen of us falling away completely. You know, and then being and having that place prepared for us of where deliverance was going to happen at America. All right, so they had to be loose so they could build all that up.
Yeah.
So let's get back to somebody down here want to take over? Yeah, 20. Yeah, you're doing great.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 4. And it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded
for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh. And
All right, I gotta break that down too. All right, but before that, go ahead and bring your piece up.
It's Joel 2:25. And I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you.
Right.
So the Lord know what he's doing.
Ooh, they're gonna return it to us, man. That goes into the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, the Assyrian Empire, and the Babylonian Empire. The Persians didn't do that with us. The Persians, they came in power and they gave us our rights back. And allowed us to build our temple. But the one that the Lord used to eat up our and consume our goods, thank you, bro. To consume us in general. Those are those nations, man. The Greek Empire, Assyrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, and the Roman Empire. The caterpillar. The caterpillar is the one that finished them all. So I gotta break down those step by step right here.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4, and it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them.
There you go. That's what we're waiting for. Judgment to be given unto us. And that's why we're here today. So you gotta think about it. Anyway, I just break it down. I ain't gonna say what it's doing. Now go ahead again. So the judgment was given unto them. Why? John the Revelator was seeing this in 75 AD. So he was seeing people like John the Baptist who was beheaded. People that have died back then for the truth, he saw them sitting on the thrones in the future. Go ahead.
And it says,
a lot of people break that down and say, hey man, when they bring out the MOTB, they're gonna be cutting off our head. Well, we hoping that don't happen. We're hoping that Psalms 91 happens, where the Lord protects us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be at the hiding place from the wind and things like that. But back then they were cutting off heads, literally. All right, and John saw those people back then. And he was just with those people, with them brothers. And he like, damn, they all gone. He the last one. But he saw a vision of them sitting on thrones in the kingdom. Go ahead.
And it says, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh.
He saw their souls again in the future. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and for the word of Yahweh, in which we had not worshipped the beast.
Whoa, see that? So now we got to slow down a little bit. Go back again.
Come on, it says, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai.
So they were beheaded first for the witness of Yahweh Shai. People like Peter, they were all killed. For seeing and witnessing Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, especially John the Baptist. He's the one that definitely witnessed Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And for the word of Yahweh.
And they stood for his word. Later, people like Paul, they went all the way up to Paul. Go ahead.
In which had not worshipped the beast.
Those same ones are back here today, and they're not going to submit to the beast. Revelation 13.
Neither his image.
And those same ones are back here today, and they're not going to submit to their image. Which is, go ahead.
It says, neither have received the mark upon their foreheads.
See that?
Or in their hands.
All right, so that's a fight that we're continuing. All the way from back then, those people are continuing that fight to this day. All right, and those ones are going to sit on thrones.
It says, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years.
Right, so they're going to, when you say reign, that means to usher in the kingdom. First you usher in the kingdom, and then you eat the fruits of your labor. So for 1,000 years, we're going to be kicking ass. And after 1,000 years, you know what the scriptures say going to happen to Esau. So that's when we're going to be able to chill. And by then, we're going to get these nations a status of living. You know what I mean? So for 1,000 years, we're going to be building this earth up. Right? Well, they're going to be building it up. So now, let's go to, 1,000 years. Now, let's go to Revelation 7 and 2. Throughout it, bro. Good reading, too. All right, we're going to go back to it, but,
This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 2. It says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Right, so this angel is going to cry to the four archangels that are are commissioned to, what was that, divine intervention? To bring about these prophecies, man. All right, and that destruction is going to what? Destroy earth, sea, parts of the sea, the trees, with fire. All right, go ahead. That's why again, in 2nd Ezra, it says the earth moved when Yahweh spoke of the prophecies that's about to happen. Because when he spoke about the prophecies that were going to happen, the earth knows that it's about to have a change.
Hey, Con, that's like shit. Once the wicked is taken out of the way, shit, the righteous is going to be in rulership, man. When the wicked rule, the people mourn. When the righteous rule, the people rejoice. All right? So when that righteous is in rulership, that's going to be like the earth having the laws put in its parts, man. It won't be able to go off. It won't be up under any wicked rulership, so it's going to rejoice too as well.
Yeah, and even the animals are going to be removed out of their place. And a lot of the fish of the sea is going to be destroyed because of what Esau created, man. Radiation.
And check this out. When you think about it, the earth wouldn't go off. That's why the earth no longer yielded its fruit, because of the wickedness on the earth.
Yep. But that's why he called this place a sacrifice. A sacrifice is when you're saying, I'm willing to give up this for that. So the Lord willing to give up all of this and make it over again. You know, he said the wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous. Right? So for his beloved and for his church, he's willing to destroy all of this shit.
Verse 3 of Revelation 7, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their forehead.
Right, man, because this is the judgment that's coming upon the whole earth, but the focus is this place, America, man. It's gonna be burned up. And he said, don't touch none of it. Don't let the war break out in that area yet. That's why nothing's happening here yet, man. He said, but people shall think themselves to be in good case, but even then shall evils grow upon the earth. It's growing around this place. Right? And the focus is going to be here.
Verse 4, and I heard, verse 4 of Revelation 7.
Right, and it's going to be as a breach ready to fall in this place. Go ahead, brother. Come on.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
There you go, man. That's what we was talking about. We said I saw those that were beheaded sitting on thrones. They're gonna be back here, and Yahweh Shai kept his promise and breaking the seals, and Yahweh kept his promise by sending Yahweh Shai to put seals upon us. You know?
Verse 5 of Revelation 7. It says, of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000.
All right, Isaiah 32:1. Let's get that real quick. All right, so this is what John the Revelator saw. All right, on the Isle of Patmos. He saw them sitting on thrones, man, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Why would they be judging the 12 tribes of Israel? Because they're going to be the first fruits. They're going to be the first ones into the kingdom. Just like now, we're like the first fruits teaching this truth. Right there.
It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
Right, and that king is Yahweh Shai. He's going to reign in righteousness. Right now, Job 9:24. Let's get that real quick. But right now, Esau is ruling. But a king shall reign in righteousness on this earth one day. And his name is Yahweh Shai. All right,
Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
You got it real quick, go ahead.
Yeah, come on. So who is that wicked is talking about? Esau. That's why he was loose for the little season to go around and deceive the whole earth to bring forth the war that's to come that's going to ultimately destroy America.
Right. Somebody get Psalms 45:6, and then Hebrews 1:8. Let's put these two together. Right, it's gonna get specific about who this judge is, who this king that's gonna be reigning in righteousness, man.
I got a interjection.
I need these real quick.
5 and 6.
You want Hebrew?
5 and 6, because it's a prophecy, and then it happens in Hebrews. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 45 and 6.
Psalms, yeah.
It says, "Thy throne, O Yahweh, is forever."
Oh, no, read it right. Read it regular. Read it regular.
It says, "Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever."
Right. So you'll think that's talking about Yahweh right there. Go ahead.
It says, "The scepter of thy kingdom is a right scepter. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness."
There you go. So this is speaking about Yahushua coming in the future, and he's going to prove that that's going to be his test, that he has loved righteousness. Man, he proved that when he was on the earth. All right, go ahead.
It says, "Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of
You
gladness."
said what?
Hath anointed
No,
thee.
go back to the God part.
It says,
So if it's Yahweh, how he going to anoint himself with the oil of gladness? Come on with it.
it says, "Therefore Yahweh God,"
Nope.
it says, "Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness
There you go.
above thy fellows."
There you go. So Yahweh has anointed Yahweh Shai with the anointing above us. All right. So he's the first of us. And then out of all the Judites that were born, out of all the Israelites that were born, Isaiah, all the prophets, all of them, Yahweh Shai was anointed above us all. Why? Because he was sent here. Revelation 5, real quick. Don't lose your precepts though. We're gonna go right back. All right. The water, brother. Revelation 5. Where it say, look, found no person in heaven and for earth.
God. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 3. Let me start at verse 2.
Yep.
And it says, "And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who was worthy to open the book."
Who is worthy? Romans 9. No, Romans 10. And 1. Real quick.
Romans,
Yeah, hold that.
Romans 10 and 1. "I say the truth in the Mashiach. I like it. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahweh for Israel is that he might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to knowledge."
Romans 9.
Romans 9 and 1. "I say the truth in the Mashiach. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart."
See, all of the prophets of old had that same continual sorrow in their heart towards our people. But what did Yahweh Shai say to Ezra? He said, "Do you think you love my creation more than me?" Go ahead.
Romans 9 and 3. "For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh."
So even Paul, who was known as one of the greatest prophets of all, he wished that he could have went up there on that cross and died for his people. But it wasn't written for him to. Go ahead now, back to Revelation 5.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 3.
Right.
"And no man in heaven, nor in earth,
See?
neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon."
There you go. Now, can you read that again? Anointed.
This is Psalms 45 and 6. 7. It says, "Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows."
See that? So he's the one that commissioned to do that above all of us. Remember, he said that to the people, to the brothers that was crucified with him. He said, whether to sit with me at the table or to my right or left is not up to me, it's up to the Most High. All right, but he said you're not able to the meat that I have, you're not able to deal with. You know, meaning he had to go up there and be crucified, man. That was his mission. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is verse 8. It says, "All thy garments smell of myrrh."
Okay, that was it. The water too. Go ahead, brother.
Hebrews 1 and 8.
Yep.
This is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 8. "But unto the Son he saith."
So now we know who this righteous king is. Go ahead. He said the king shall reign in righteousness. Go ahead, brother.
"But unto the Son he saith, Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom."
Yeah. Can you read that one more time, brother? The water.
But unto the Son he saith, Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom.
There you go. All right. You said is the scepter of thy kingdom. Damn. Hold on. I'm gonna get this real quick. Where is that? What's it? Where is that? Let's say unto us, a governor.
That's what I was on.
You got it?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's what I was on.
All right, so-
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6.
Right, he said, Thy throne shall be a scepter of righteousness, man. Thy king. Don't lose where you at, though. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
It says, Isaiah 9 and 6, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government, Everlasting Father means just a person of authority. All authority was given unto him by Yahweh. It says, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it, with judgment and with justice, and from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
There you go. Somebody get Daniel 2 with the 10 toes. The 10 toes. Yeah, Matthew 2 and 1. Get that real quick. Matthew 2 and 1.
It's Matthew chapter 2, verse 1. Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king,
Right, yeah, Herod the king. Yeah, go ahead.
there came wise men from the east of Jerusalem.
Right, it wasn't 3 wise men either. It was a group of wise men just like us today. They were waiting for Yahushua. They were waiting on the prophecy. All right, there were some people that didn't know about the prophecies, and there was a lot of brothers that were waiting on it. Yahushua called them as sheep, as having no shepherd. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2, saying, Where is he that is born, King of the Jews?
Whoa, where is what?
Where is he that is born, King of the Jews?
King of the Jews, man. So he was born into this earth, this world as our king. Yahushua, that's his true name. They lied to us and said Christ, but Christ is not his name. All right? That's right. Well, you translate it?
Again,
I
yeah.
like to translate. Okay.
Yeah.
So she heard me saying translate. Okay, good. So he said, well, here is born King of the Jews, man. Meaning King of Israel. All right? So, somebody hold something?
Daniel 2.
Daniel 2? You know what I'm talking about, Cotton?
And as the toes of the people were called around.
Yeah.
Verse 44.
Yeah. Straight to the point of it.
Yeah, straight to that.
All right, this is Daniel chapter 2, verse 44.
No, you can go to the one above that.
Okay. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 42.
Yeah.
And it says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
So we're in that time right now. We're seeing the Roman Empire not have as much power as it had back then. We're seeing America, which is the revised Roman Empire, not have any power in the world. And I saw a news clip yesterday. I need to remember that scripture because I saw a news clip yesterday where they said Europe and America has their power structure is weakening in the earth. This was on the news.
Yeah.
They said their strength is not reaching. They're losing their reach.
And the
That's that. Huh?
And the hegemony.
They're the hegemony, which is their rulership, their dominance. All right, go ahead.
Verse 43, Daniel 2. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave.
Right, so they ain't gonna, they ain't gonna get that power. Right now, we're seeing them do power grabs, trying to link up with other nations. But what happened? All those nations ran away, and they linked up with BRICS. All right, and they leaving away from the West. What's that? Nahum 2? Nahum 3, I think it is. Nahum 2. Huh? No. Stand, shall they cry? They shall cry. where is it? It said Nineveh is as a pool of water. There you go. Nahum 2 and 8.
It's Nahum chapter 2, verse 8.
Right, and this is a precept breaking down like a pool of water that's draining out. Meaning it's losing all its power, all its resources, all its friends, allies. Go ahead.
But Nineveh is of old like a pool of water.
Right, and Nineveh. So Nineveh is basically America today spiritually, and America is the revised Roman Empire, molding them together with, this whole system here. Come on, brother, one more time. All right. So this is spiritually Nineveh today, America. But you gotta couple them in with, Europe, the European Union, and NATO. So like, damn. Motor skills are slow, boy. It's cold, man.
Nahum 2 and 8.
Come on, brother. Thank you.
And Nineveh is of old like a pool of water. Yet they shall flee away.
Yo, yet they shall flee away. I mean, it's gonna drain out. You're gonna have no allies. All right, so they're gonna try to cling to these other nations, and the nations running away like, nah, we good on y'all. We done with the euro. We done with the dollar. We done with y'all sanctions. Go ahead.
Stand, they shall cry.
So we seen that they crying to these nations to stay with them. But even if, like with China, if China takes Taiwan, that's gonna be a signal to South Korea and Japan, and they're gonna leave America too. That's going to show that China has the dominance to take them as well. So they're going to stand, so they cry, and they're like, nah, we're going to the BRICS. Okay?
But none shall look back.
They ain't look back, did they? They signed them papers. Who just joined?
Iran, Ethiopia, and United Arab Emirates. They call them the UAE. Those are the three that they are officially sided with the BRICS.
Hey, that's Ezekiel 38. For Russia to be a guardian to them. Ethiopia, Iran, Persia, Ethiopia, and I forget the last one, man.
Yep. United Arab Emirates. UAE. Yep, that's right, man. But this is the process of it happening. They all fleeing away, and they're crying. Stay with us. All right, that was it, right? No, that was it. Go out, brother. All right, so I gotta get back to the precept real quick. Where was that?
Daniel? Yeah. Daniel 2. All right, this is Daniel chapter 2, verse 43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with the miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another.
See that? All right, so now they all broken up. That's the Most High breaking them up, man. Because remember, Psalms 83, they were all confederate against us. They were all together. But now they all broken up. All right, go ahead, the heathen.
Even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Right, that means they're weaker. All right, if you put iron on, because Rome was known for the Iron Age, and using iron as their weapon and ruling with a rod of iron. But now that rulership is weakened. All right, that draconian measures.
Verse 44, Daniel 2, and in the days of the kings shall the Most High,
in days of these kings.
And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all the kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Right, man. So that kingdom is going to be with his son, Yahushua. All right? What's that, Daniel 7, I think it is? Go ahead, brother. And then,
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 19. Then I will know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. Going into how like the Roman Empire was, more stout than his fellows. It says, verse 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head.
And that diversity is the same diversity that America has. So where the government is set up with the Senate and with the two controlling parties. Same thing how Rome was established.
And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that speak very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows, I beheld in the same.
I'm reading along. I'm like,
Hell, in the same horn, made war with the saints and prevailed against them.
there you go.
That's talking about the construction of America.
Yep.
All right, so more stout than his fellows. That's when America rose up. And through that and the 10 common markets, and NATO became the revised Roman Empire.
That goes into that systematic racism we were talking about.
Fine.
You know, they set it up to fight against us forever. The Lord said that was a prophecy from the beginning, but us being in the womb of Rebecca. You know, and the womb today will be this earth. The Lord said the earth is like a womb. This earth is like a womb, man.
Still two nations warring against each other, one stronger than the other.
Yep, and we're gonna be fighting to the end.
Yep.
All right, all the way until the birth.
Till we deliver.
Until we deliver. Deliver. All right, that was a little bit more on that.
One more verse.
Yep.
Until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom.
There you go. All right. Yeah, go to 25.
Verse 25, he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Right, that just means a long season. All right, so we've been here for a long ass season. Go ahead.
But the judgment shall sit,
or you might as well say 350 years. Go ahead,
and
bro.
they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end.
Yep.
And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
There you go. They're gonna take it out of the way again. So Yahweh Shai is gonna show up and take the kingdom and give it to us, man. All right. So let's get back where it was at. A king shall reign in righteousness. No. Where was we at? Then Revelation 20. No. Hebrews 1 and 8.
Hebrews 1 and 8.
Keep handling that trigger, boys.
Hebrews 1 and 8. To the Son he saith, thy throne, O God.
Oh, yeah.
No. But unto the Son he saith, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom.
Right, so now we know that Yahweh Shai is that God. He's that power that Yahweh was talking about. So the brother just proved in his song, number 1. You read the precept already? Let me know. Kind of go with this.
The wicked.
You sure?
This is Psalms 37 and 35. It says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreaded himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. And I was just bringing that precept out based upon the topic of the Quran was speaking about how America, these other nations are falling down. They're getting weaker every day. You know what I'm saying? Their power is diminishing, all right? We see these other countries, all right, leaving away from America and going to the other affiliates, which is like the BRICS.
Right.
That's what the say, that's what the say, you know, the righteousness is in hope in seeing the downfall of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more proof that the wicked is being passed away in due time.
You're right. And what Yahweh Shai said, he said, what will I if it already be kindled? All right. So he's already bringing this place down. It's his will to tear this place down. Right? He said, the day of vengeance is in his heart.
Just gonna be like how they say the fire hydrants ran out of water over there in California.
Yeah, they're gonna run out of help and resources.
Yep.
All right. Get this real quick, and I want to go back to Hebrews 1 and 8. You know that one. And then king shall reign in righteousness again. Go ahead.
Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Whereas he hath drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, they shall swallow down, they shall be as though they have not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be delivered. There shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. So the Lord is giving Babylon and these nations that was in confederation with it on the portion of their judgment to come. He's letting them see their kingdom fall and crash down to the ground. And they're trying to save it, they're trying to do this, that, and the third, but there's nothing you can do against the will of the Lord. And everything they're done, they're receiving that recompense for it, or they will receive it. And at that 1,000 years of that captivity, Esau's going to be moved out of the way, permanently. But Israel, that remnant, that elect, they have deliverance to look forward to, salvation. The more this kingdom gets brought down, the more it's being exalted, because the righteousness is being exalted in doing so.
That's right. Short and sweet, y'all. Now look, that point you just made, read that again.
Israel being exalted.
Yes.
No,
I didn't even read.
Yeah, Obadiah 1:17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
Mm-hmm. There was another one he said, repay them.
You want to jump on the mountain?
Yeah, that one.
Obadiah 1:16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Right, they ruled us with a rod of iron. Right, so the Lord gonna rule them with the rod of iron. Psalms 2 and 9. Let's get the prophecy first, and then let's get the Revelations 2 and 27. Well,
This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 9.
Yep, and then Revelation 12 and 5 after this.
It says, thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Yahushua, man. This is a prophecy of King David speaking about Yahushua. All right, showing up on this earth and giving that power to rule with the rod of iron, man, from the beginning, the dew of thy youth. All right, and then he gave that same promise to us. Yahushua gave that promise to us. Revelation 2 and 27 real quick, or 26. Let's get that real quick. Revelation 2 and 26.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 26. And it says, and he that overcometh.
So he that overcometh. So now that Yahushua was the first one that overcame. So he's the first one that takes part in this. And then now if we follow in those footsteps, we'll have take part in that blessing too, as ruling with the rod of iron. He said the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom with Yahushua. And Jacob gonna grab Esau's heel from the initial fall of Esau's kingdom. We're gonna be right there ruling. Go ahead.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Look at that.
And he shall rule them with the rod of iron.
So he's talking about each individual man. He said, what is that? This blessed have all the saints praise the Lord. What is that? Is that Revelation? That one. Bottom kings and fetters of iron.
This is the book of Psalms 149, verse 7.
Yep.
Verse 6. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and the two-edged sword in their hand.
Right before that, it says, let the saints be joyful in glory. I got you. Yeah, we ain't got to go back to it. Let the saints be joyful in glory. And he said, what? And the two-edged sword be in their hand. So we're not going to need the Bible anymore. We're not going to walk around with Bible. We're going to be the Bible. We're going to be just like Yahushua. We're going to be the Word.
Like you said in John, the Word was made flesh.
Right. We're gonna be made the same thing. The same thing again. But so the Word is what? A two-edged sword. And we're going to be that sword in the kingdom. Go ahead.
Wow.
Come on. It says,
So in the kingdom, we're going to have a physical sword in our hand, man. Something they can't imagine on damn PS5 or you know, or Xbox, Metaverse. Or the AI can't imagine that shit. You can't ask ChatGPT to make you a sword. Go ahead.
Psalms 149 and 6. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
See, that's where they get Judah, Jedi from. Judah, you know? And Yoda, which goes into Judah. Because they're the ones that had the lightsabers, the swords, the lasers, right? Go ahead. Yeah.
This Genesis 49:10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
There you go. That was a promise given to David, that a scepter shall not depart from Judah. And Yahushua is going to be right back in that spot. He's still in rulership. You know, but it has to be exacted upon earth now. That's the only thing. You know, but yeah, he's always going to be ruling on the throne. Yeah, you know, Yahushua from King David. I missed any point? Okay. Where was that? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalms 149, verse 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
There's going to be an honor. We're going to be honored with that. You see that? Oh, somebody got hit.
No, the RB.
He probably stuck in the curb. But yeah, man, this honor have all his saints, man. All right, to usher in the kingdom, to reign in the kingdom with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. That was it on that, right? Let's go back to the other one.
Revelation 2.
Yep.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 26.
Yep.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end.
See, he said once you believe in Yahushua, you've overcome already. Now you got to just hold that, sustain that all the way to the end. Go ahead.
To him will I give power over the nations.
That's right. So the Lord gonna give you power over all the nations, man. They're gonna come bowing down with their face to the earth in front of you.
And he shall rule them with the rod of iron.
You're gonna rule them with a rod of iron. So you ain't gonna be nice to them. You know, you ain't gonna be, oh, thank you for bowing, man. The Lord gonna put a spirit of vengeance on you. You know, we don't even know what that is. You got the most high. You're gonna have the most angry. We're gonna be in that same spirit.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
Right, we ain't gonna have no whips. We ain't gonna need whips. We're gonna have rods of iron, gold, big ass, what they call them shits?
Scepter.
Scepters. Like Bugs Bunny. That's cool as shit. I said Bugs Bunny. Like Bugs Bunny, it would hit you, how many lumps you want? Smash the head to the ground, you know, one blow. Break all the ribs.
Even as I receive of my Father.
Yep. Even as Yahushua received. You know? So go ahead. So that same honor he's getting, he's gonna allow us to have that same honor.
And I will give him the morning star.
Right, he's gonna give us himself. He is that morning star. Go ahead.
It says, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
There you go, man. All right, so that was the Lord is saying to the elect, the called out, to the churches, man. The first fruits, his army. Go ahead now. Somebody reading.
You wanted
Revelation 2.
Oh, my bad. I should have called it out. My bad. Revelation 12 and 5.
This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 5.
Right.
And she brought forth a man-child
See?
who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
Now this prophecy coming to pass of what King David said, what the brother brought out. Now, yep. He says, yeah, he shall never depart from that throne. And he said, thou shalt break him with a rod of iron. But now he was born into this earth, and that's what Herod was afraid of. Go ahead.
And her child was caught up into God to his throne, and the woman fled into the wilderness where she hath a place prepared of Yahweh.
There you go. So we fled into where? The western coast of Africa and different parts of the world. And then we were filtered into this place, America. That's Arsarit, which means another place. All right? So that's how we came over here for our judgment and also our deliverance. All right? So Revelation 19 and 15.
19 and 15.
Yeah, Revelation 19 and 15. You go to 14, my bad.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 15.
14 to 15.
Verse 14. It says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
So he got us upon the earth, and then you got the angels following him that were in the fourth dimension, but they're going to come into this dimension, into the matrix. And they're going to follow Yahushua, just like the birds travel. They're led by that lead flock or bird, Go ahead.
It says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
They're gonna be happy, man. He said there's joy in the presence of the holy angels. You know, when one man repented and turned back to the Father. So he said the angels desire to look into this, man. They can't wait to get here. You know, and even in the heavens, the Most High has angels watching over those spirits that want to come back here, the elect. All right, go ahead.
It says, clothed in fine linen and white and clean.
Yep, white and clean, man. That's some of the elect that's coming from the heavens. Go ahead.
It says, and out of his mouth
That one.
goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
There you go. So now you know who it's talking about. Where it says, we're going to go back to it. You know, we traveled a long way from that point, but we still got the point. All right? He said, what? This same one that was prophesied from King David is here now. He was born. They couldn't stop it. And now he's about to return. And he's going to rule with a rod of iron, starting with those laser beams, what they call lasers in this realm. But it's really just judgment and wrath, and with those missiles. Right? So, let's get Hebrews 1 and 8. Let's get back to that.
Hebrews chapter
Yeah, big.
Hebrews chapter 1 verse 8. But unto the Son he saith, Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom.
See that? So when it's his time to rule, he's going to rule in righteousness. All right, somebody, what's that? He had nothing in me. Oh, the prince, yeah, the prince of this world. Remember that? Yeah, keep going, brother. So he said, thy throne, O power, shall be a throne, a scepter of righteousness, man. All right?
Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity.
See?
Therefore, God.
No, I gotta break it down.
It's like.
So in Psalms, he prophesied of Yahweh showing up, and he was gonna be tried just like all of us, you know. And he was gonna eat honey and butter until he knows to choose right from right and wrong. You know, all the way up until he had it perfect. This is Adam. Adam messed up in the beginning, but this time he got it right. The second Adam from heaven. Go ahead.
Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity.
So he lived out that prophecy. He showed up and he loved the righteousness. He did it from beginning to the end. That's why the Most High had to take his life before that was tainted. He didn't want that to be tainted at all. So when he completed those tasks, the Most High took him. Right? It was perfect. He lived a perfect life, man. Somebody got the other piece up?
John chapter 14, verse 30. Hereafter, I will not talk much with you.
Right, because the Most High, Yahweh knew that he wasn't going to be here anymore. So his life on earth ended, but his life out in the spirit realm is still going. All right, life continues. It just ends in this realm. Go ahead.
For the prince of this world coming.
So the prince of this world was talking about Esau. You know? The son of the devil. And specifically, he was talking about Titus and Vespasian. And they were about to take us down, and there's going to be a falling away. All right? Go ahead, brother.
And have nothing against me.
Right. So they were going to show up acting like they was God's chosen children. You know, Cesare Borgia and all of them. But they don't have nothing to do with righteousness. They have no part in Jacob's blessing. They have no part in righteousness, right? What does the light have to do with darkness? So they have nothing in him. No inheritance.
John 14 and 31. But that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father gave me commandment, even so I do.
Right. Obadiah 1, real quick. We'll get that real quick, man. All right. So he said he has nothing in him, man. No heritage, no inheritance. And what's to come? And what we're talking about, the kingdom, the ushering in of the kingdom, righteousness in the earth. Yeah, Obadiah 1.
Start from top.
Yeah.
Done.
It's at Malachi. I think it might be Malachi. Where it say, I knew you before I fought. No, my bad. Yeah, I made the mountain and carry waves. I made the mountain. I love you, said the Lord.
Oh, that's
That's Malachi. Yeah, Malachi. My bad, y'all.
1 and 3.
No, yeah. Let's stop at 1.
All right, come on. This is the book of Malachi 1 and 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi.
Yep.
I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
There you go. That's the point. So Esau's future is waste and destruction. All right. So the Lord is laying Esau's heritage and their inheritance to be nothing but destruction. All right. They're going to inherit the wind. The destroying wind. Big real what you're saying. All right. That was it. We hit the point. All right. So he said he had a prince of this world coming. He had nothing in him, right, bro? That was it. A little bit more than it?
Verse 9. Verse 9. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore Yahweh, therefore God, even thy power, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows.
So now we know who it's talking about. In Psalms where it says he's going to be anointed with the oil of gladness above thy fellows, man. Why? Well, he said, I wish they could be where I am. Man, Yahweh is out there living in the kingdom right now. He said the kingdom is already prepared. He said, I'm going to prepare a place for y'all. Think about it, man. He was, somebody get that, Lord in the Hebrews, I think it's Hebrews. Woo! That one first. That right? There's some oil like 10 man up this thing.
Hebrews chapter 2, verse 7. It says, thou madest him a little lower than the angels.
There you go. So he was a little lower than the angel. So imagine that. This powerful angel that was on the right hand of the Father, he was sent down here and limited to what he could do. But he still did so many miracles that they couldn't be written in a book. You know? But so his power is way beyond that. All right, go ahead.
It says, thou crownest him. It said, thou crownest him with glory and honor, and didst set him over the works of thy hand.
There you go. Talking about your house shot. Go ahead. The other precept. Somebody was reading.
John 17:24.
John 17, real fast.
This is John 17 and verse 24. Father, I will that they also, whom thou hast given me, be with me where I am.
Right, so Yahweh Shai is the first fruit. So Yahweh Shai, the first fruit, and those that follow after him. All right, so he's the one. They say, damn, what is this suffering? It's on that chapter? Yeah. Time, man. Yeah, this suffering cannot compare. I can't word it right. But you got it. You know what I'm talking about. The suffering and time cannot compare to
Glory.
Yes.
This is book prepared for us. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 18. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Come on, man. Hey, what happened? And then Acts chapter 1. How was y'all was taken up from us in the cloud? Let me really get that news down, man.
Start when he got received. Yeah. This is Acts 1 and 9. And we had spoken these things while they beheld. He was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly towards heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahweh Shai, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven.
There you go. So he was the first one of us taken up and changed, and and still alive in them chariots. All right. So he was born just like us, But he was born a little lower than the angels, so he had a certain level of spiritual power. But he was limited to those powers that he could use. He was sent here to do a certain amount of miracles. And he wasn't sent to take these devils down yet. You know, so imagine that. He had to be persecuted. You know, he had to be killed by them. So we need to be patient as well, just like he is.
Just like how he rebuked Peter and them, because what did they say in the book of Luke? He's like, asking Yahushua, well, you gonna rain fire down from heaven right now?
Right.
When they were coming to snatch him up, he's like, he was basically telling him, nah, you ain't in the right mindset, but you think I'm gonna do that. You know, it's like it's not his time for him to do that.
Yeah, you know, so he said, what? He with the oil of gladness above thy fellow, man. But he the first one that took part in it.
This is Psalms 126:1.
Right.
When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream.
See that? Go ahead. So Yahushua is the first one that took part in that dream. This is our dream. This is our hope. Go ahead.
Then was our mouth filled with laughter.
So Yahushua's mouth was filled with laughter too. Go ahead.
And our tongue was singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad.
Didn't they say that about Yahushua? They said truly he was the Son of God. After they saw that happen. And he said, Father, please return me back to your side as I was from the beginning. So you think he ain't up there smiling? All right, what was that? The oil of gladness? Somebody reading? Stay alert, brother. Stay alert.
Hebrews chapter 1, verse 10. And thou, Lord, in the beginning, hast laid the foundation of the earth and the heavens. Verse 9. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore God, even thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows.
All right, so let's get back to Revelation 20. Let's go to Isaiah 32:1.
It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1.
Right.
Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
What?
A king shall reign in righteousness.
So now we know who that king is. All right, that's how we got on this little journey we was just on. That king was talking about Yahushua. All right, prophecy. All right, go ahead.
And princes shall rule in judgment.
See that? Now let's go back to Revelation 20.
The book of Revelation,
20 and 4.
the book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 4, and it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
So this is a continued fight, man. A fight through time, man. You know, time tells the story. So we at the end of Esau's story, the beginning of ours. They call it, they say his history, his story. They trying to tell us his story. So we got our own story, and it's in these books. And he said, look into it, because in this book, you think you have salvation. All right? And none shall want her mate. And Yahushua said it is written of him. All right? So let me get a couple precepts real quick.
I got Matthew chapter 25, start at verse 31.
Right, he said the judgment was given unto them. So this is part of that judgment being given to them. Revelation, 2nd Ezra chapter 2, go ahead. Oh, this one.
This is Matthew 25 and 31.
Right, there's he crowns.
When the Son of Man shall come in his glory.
Right, when Yahushua shall show up in his glory, and when it's his time. Not when the prince of this world is ruling, was about to show up. But now it's Yahushua's time to pull up. Go ahead.
And all the holy angels with him.
Right, the holy angels look like men, strong men, with a capital M. Man, male.
Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory.
There you go. Then he's going to sit upon the throne of his glory, man, because he's already ruling out in the heavens. But when he gets on the earth, this is going to be his footstool, man. Right?
And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another.
There you go. Go ahead.
As a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left.
Woo! Go ahead. What are you gonna say to the ones on the right? Go ahead.
Verse 34.
Yeah, and you can put 2/3 to the left as well. Go ahead, dog.
Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye, blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
There you go. That's the judgment. All right. What the other one is that for?
Second Ezra 2.
Yeah, towards the end though. Where it says crowns. What's up? Huh?
You said take that number on Zion.
Now you said the crown.
We can touch that too and then kind of skip down.
42. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 2, and verse 42, and it says, And I Ezra saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, as they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly.
That's the judgment. That's the judgment that was given. You see that? All right. He said the judgment was given, man, and they're gonna get crowned. All right. And he said he saw those same ones that was beheaded 2,000 years ago. He see them back here on the earth getting crowned, man. And that's actually the breakdown of Revelation 12, verse 1. Yep. Revelation 12, verse 1. All right, you can put this one with it. Because this ain't just of the past, this is of the future as well.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 1.
All right, this one. Yeah.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven.
He's talking about the kingdom. Go ahead.
A woman clothed with the sun and the moon.
So we're going to be clothed with that righteousness again. All right, and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Go ahead.
Under her feet.
And under her feet.
And upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
There you go. All right, that's talking about in rulership. All right, so that same one, if you keep reading that chapter, it tells you what we went through under the Roman Empire. It all goes hand in hand. All right. I'm missing anything else? Somebody read something? Yeah, a little bit more.
Second Ezra chapter 2, in verse 44, and it says, So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and have put on immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Right, man. So you got to be sent here. You got to be predestined, man. You know, for those people to make it to that point. What's the Jeremiah 1? Is that Jeremiah? Yeah. Yeah, 1:5. All right. So it's got to be predestined for that to happen. You know, and they fought so stiffly. Spirit of the prophet, subject to the prophet.
This is Jeremiah.
Yeah, spirit of the prophet. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
So before you even formed in the belly of your mother, meaning the man had sex with the wife, and then the body was formed, you had limbs, made you a three-dimensional being. Before that even happened, your spirit had a form out in the heavens, and the Most High knew you. Before you were formed, reincarnated many times on this earth, the Lord knew you. All right?
And
somebody,
Spirit of the prophet?
yeah, get that real quick. Actually, let him finish. Sorry about that.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
There you go. Take possession. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Hebrews 1 and 11. You're going to go back to where you was at.
1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. For Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints.
See that? So those same individuals, they've been confessing the Lord's name every time they've been on this earth. All right, they're back here to do it again in these last days, man. fighting this same fight of faith. You know, the good fight of faith, man. Where was that? Somebody got that? Yeah, I'm gonna get to that point. Quick.
Hebrews chapter 1, verse 11. They shall perish, but thou.
You at 8 anyway, right?
Sorry, 11.
I mean, where was you at?
10. I'll start back at 8 then.
Start at 10.
All right. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 10. And thou, Lord, in the beginning, hast laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the works of thine hands. They shall perish, but thou remainest.
See, those same ones right there. That's reincarnation. So prophesied. He said, what? Yahweh, once he's taken up this time, he's not coming back down for reincarnation. Like he did with Adam, like he did as Isaac, you know, Solomon. And he came back as Yahweh and he got it right. All right, he came back, he was reincarnated as Isaac and he gave up the blessings to Jacob and Esau. All right, he set this whole race on its course. Now, he said what? Read that again.
They shall perish, but thou remainest.
See, but we perish, like we would die and be reincarnated. Go ahead.
And they all shall wax old as doth a garment, and as a vesture
Right.
shall.
Yahweh ain't getting old no more. Go ahead.
And as a vesture shalt thou fold them up,
Yep.
and they shall be changed, but thou art the same, and thy years shall not fail.
See, that was a promise to Yahweh. He the first one that had that blessing of immortality. All right. So he said, you're going to be forever, so you're not going back down there. You're going to be on the right hand of the Father. You're going to watch them die and come back to this earth over and over again. All right? Go ahead.
But to which of the angels said he at any time, sit on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool?
Right, yeah. So that was it on that. All right, so now let's go to Matthew 19 and 28. A few more precepts, we can wrap it up.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 28. And Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which shall follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
See that? Don't that match up perfect with Revelation 20? These are the ones that were beheaded for him before. And John the Revelator saw them sitting on thrones. He said, ye that followed me in the regeneration. To regenerate means to recharge up. You know, to regenerate something on this earth again, a character. Or to bring a soul back to the earth in a new body. To charge you back up. All right? So he said what?
And Yahweh said to them, I say unto you, and you which shall follow me in the regeneration.
See, the ones that followed him. See, a lot of the wicked scribes and Pharisees didn't follow Yahweh back then. And a lot of the elders back then. You know, and 2/3 that were walking around didn't follow Yahweh. They said, what? Let the sins fall upon our children. Let the blood or his sins be upon us and all that. So they didn't follow Yahweh. He said the one who did in the reincarnation, when the Lord is about to resurrect us from the dead as a nation, this is going to happen to them. They're going to be right back here again. Go ahead.
When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory.
So he's going to sit on the throne. A king shall reign in righteousness. Go ahead.
Ye shall also sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
See that? It's going to be the first fruits. All right, ushering in the kingdom, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right? Huh?
Y'all all got precepts in the comment board.
Hey, you want to read them?
Y'all true faith works Lions Den Camp. 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 18. It says, but we all with open face beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord.
It's reincarnation. Every time we come back to this earth, we lived in that reflection of Yahweh, which is wisdom. All right, that's his reflection. And the Apocrypha tell you that reflection is wisdom. All right? Hey, Shalom, Mark.
Shalom.
You got a quick injection. Matthew 19 and 28.
Matthew 19 and 29.
And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
Come on, man. So if you that matches up with 2nd Ezra we just read, getting crowns upon their head, immortality, you know, everlasting life, yo. All right, no more dying, no more reincarnation. You know, so that's what we're looking for. To take part in that, to be a part of the first fruits, to sit on thrones someday with our King Yahweh Shai. All right.
Verse 30. Many that are first shall be last,
Right.
and the last shall be first.
Yeah, there you go. And they put everybody before us. You know, they put everybody before us, especially Esau ruling first, and then we're gonna be. What's up, brother? Salam. All right, now peace. We're gonna be the ones that rule in the end. All right, just like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the wicked ones, they were put before us. Just like in this society, they put a lot of jakes before us. You know, with the money, with the businesses, with the ones that sell their souls. But the Lord said, we're going to be first. We want to be first in the kingdom. That's the goal. We don't want to be first in Esau's building. We don't need to be first in Esau's lottery pit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Revelation 14 and 1.
So the Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. Yep. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 140 and 4,000.
Right, that lamb is talking about that king again, Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and with him is going to be that 144,000, man, that lamb. Go ahead.
Having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Right, it's written there. It's stamped in our mind. It ain't going to be removed. Engraved in our hearts.
Verse 2.
The light coming down over this
Con.
All right, go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters.
Right, man, he got a long, strong voice and it echoes the original auto-tune. Go ahead.
And as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
So when you hear that, that means judgment going up. When you hear thunder out in the heavens, there ain't no clouds. That thunder coming from the Most High. that thunder is coming from the Most High giving out his judgment. All right, that's why I say all the angels tremble in his presence. Because he's always giving out judgment. He's telling them what to do. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne.
Right, and they sung, who is that? That's talking about, it said the harpers. They ain't talking about just us. All right, it said he heard harpers harping with their harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song. What was the old song? The song of Moses. Moses sung, it was about Moses leading us out of Egypt. And Yahweh delivering us from Egypt. Now the new song is Yahweh, same God, delivering us through Yahweh Shai now. That's the new song, but the only ones that's being sung out in the heavens. Why? Because Revelation 5. It said, remember that? He said, who's on earth? You know, nobody on earth is worthy. But now they're like, oh, the Lamb is here. Now we're singing something new. He said he did it. So nobody can, we can't see that. So how do we know that in our spirit? See that? So we're reflecting that song upon this earth. We're echoing that statement upon this earth, man. And the only ones that can do that and match up perfectly is the elect. All right, go ahead.
All right, verse 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne.
So that's the angels. Go ahead.
And before the 4 beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song.
See, now it's talking about man on earth. See, we went from the angels and then to man on earth. Go ahead.
But the 140 and 4,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
There you go. And the only one that's going to believe the 144,000 is the elect. That goes into the small multitude. All right? Not everybody's going to hear our word in these times. All right? 2 Timothy 4 and 6, we're going to go to 8. Let me know if we get like 10%, 5%. Yeah, 2 Timothy 4 and 6, and then James 1 and 12.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 6. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand.
Right, he was offered up like the lamb. He's the lamb. Go ahead. And the time of his departure, you remember? Can you imagine how they felt? We still feel that in the heart, man. We miss the Lord, Yahweh Shai. The same way Peter and Mary and them gathered up in Andrew's house after Yahweh Shai departed. And they was all in mourning. And that mourning carries to this day. We miss the Lord, you know? We need him here. Especially now that we know about him. Go ahead.
It says, I have fought a good fight.
All right, yeah, okay, this is Paul, go ahead. Paul, sorry about that.
It says, I have finished my course.
Right, Paul has finished his course. That's what we're trying to do. So this 2,000 years ago, Paul was one of those souls that John the Revelator saw sitting on the throne.
It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid for me a crown.
Laid up.
Okay. Henceforth there is laid. It says laid up.
Yeah, laid up. Yeah.
It says, henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness.
Woo! Stashing treasures in heaven. He got a crown. He got it laid up for you, man. Go ahead. A crown of righteousness. All right. Yeah, physical crown, but the main crown is going to be righteousness, putting his laws in our inward part. All right. Being the first fruits of that.
Which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto them also that love his appearing.
There you go, man. All right. So Paul is back here again to be sitting on those thrones. All right. He's going to be one of the people sitting on the throne, and hoping to receive that crown of righteousness, man. All right. It may be a physical crown, but the crown of righteousness is what we really want. To put the laws in our inward part. All right. And the first fruits are the main ones that are going to have access to that.
James 4 and 12.
James 1 and 12.
1 and 12?
Yep.
This is James chapter 1, verse 12.
1 Peter 5 and 1.
It says, man that endureth temptation.
Yeah, man. So you're blessed. All right, you got to think about that. You know, he says, with all thy getting, get wisdom. Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first. You know that ye are God. Know that, be like Paul. He said, from henceforth, I know that there's a crown of righteousness laid up for me. So why the hell you think we're back here? We're back here to receive those crowns. All right? So don't walk around with your head down, self-esteem, you know, upset because of social media or your job or your woman. Think about what the Lord promised you. Look at yourself through heaven's eyes, I like to say. Go ahead.
This is James chapter 12, chapter 1, like verse 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
There you go. So now Paul's back here again, but Paul can't receive that crown of life until he goes through this trial today. He has to overcome the MOTB. All right? So Paul's back here on this earth. He got to overcome just the same thing we got to overcome. So read that part again.
And then it says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
Right. Paul was already tried. Now we're back to be tried again. All right? Final time, man. To receive that crown of life. And then we'll be sitting on thrones. All right, go ahead.
It says, which the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai has promised to them that love him.
See that? He promised Paul and them. All right, the ones that love him. Go ahead.
It says, verse 13.
5, 10. Okay.
Verse 13. It says, let no man.
No, that was it. That was it. 1 Peter 5 and 1.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1.
Yep.
The elders which are among you I exhort,
Right,
Who-
you had a lot of elders back then. People don't speak about that. It wasn't just the Sadducees and the Pharisees. It was elders as well that were older, and they saw everything, so they thought they knew everything. You know, and they were stuck in their ways. Right? But then you had some elders that were listening. And Paul was an elder himself.
And a witness of the sufferings of a Mashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed.
Right, so and also a partaker of that. All right, where you at?
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1.
Yeah, Peter, go ahead.
Feed the flock of God, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind.
Right, 1 Peter 5 and 1,
Go on.
all the way to 4.
All right. Neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock.
Right, so when you start to understand that you're a God, you're a king, don't start getting prideful. You say too much is given, much is required. And the greater thou art, the more humble thou should be. You know, so you should immediately get in the spirit of ministry. Ministry is a status of servitude.
Humility and charity, same way Yahweh washed the disciples' feet. He did that for them. The same way we being lords of Yahweh's heritage, we also remain in that lower state, being a servant as well.
Right, not low self-esteem.
Go on. Here.
Go ahead, come on, brother, bring that power.
And when the chief, verse 4, and when the chief shepherd shall appear,
Bro, when the chief shepherd shall appear, Yahweh shall. So we're shepherds too. But we got a chief shepherd, and the word chief goes into the word chef. All right, same word. The Lord be cooking it up. All right, you need a leader. Go ahead.
ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
There you go. We're gonna receive that crown, man. That shall not fade away. All right. So we keep fighting the good fight of faith. That was it.
Go on.
Go out, bro. We're moving quick now. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 15, all the way to 16, and then we go back to Revelation 20 and we wrap up.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 15. But it is not possible to escape thine mind, for the ungodly that denied to know thee were scarred by the strength of thine arm with strange reins.
Wisdom of Solomon 5.
I got a couple pages. That was 16. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 15, right? I need that precept though. But this is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 15. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies.
That creature you're talking about. These people. Right there, man. All right, so with that, we're going to wrap it up. Let's read that last chapter again. Revelation 20 again.
Revelation chapter 20, starting at verse 4.
Yeah. Yep.
Starting at verse 4, and it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them was given unto them.
Oh, Revelation 1, real quick. 1 and 1. My bad. Fuck it, brother. And then we're going to finish it with this.
Revelation. This Revelation 1 and 1. The Revelation.
My bad. This one first.
It's,
Now we'll go right back to that. No, that was great.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel.
That was in my head.
Oh. It says, I will help thee, saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth.
Power.
Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord Yahweh by Shem El Shai, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. Basically, we're going to have power in that time when our king shows up, and we're going to beat the hell out of everybody. Bottom line.
Right. All right.
But in the verse that was read before that by I recall when it said thy right hand, thy arm shall protect thee. The arm of the Lord is Yahweh Shai.
Right, man. So he said he's gonna get to that point. Everything's right on time, on the Most High's timing, right? On schedule. Somebody got it?
1 John chapter 3 and verse 2.
Yeah, that's strong fast too.
Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and
now-
it doeth not yet appear,
Now are we his sons through the Spirit. Go ahead.
and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be.
Right, what we shall be in the flesh. All right? Ruling. Taking down nations, man. Taking down governments, he said, man, and with power. Spiritual power. Go ahead.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
We're gonna be like them fourth dimensional beings, all right? Extraterrestrial. By the time when he shows up, you know, well, not extraterrestrial yet, but we don't need to have new bodies to have that power. We just need the Lord to elevate to allow us to remember. He give us our full memory, allow us to work with both sides of our damn brain. That's what it is.
Like the movie Alita, Battle Warrior.
There you go. Right? So, you know, to turn up our mind and put us on a whole nother level, we're gonna have power out here, man. Proof is we in the same flesh that King David and them had. And they had power. Same flesh that Elijah and them had. All right, so he's able to give us power in these bodies. All right, go ahead. Somebody reading something.
But we shall see him as he is.
We're gonna see him as he is in that fourth dimensional level. All right. So who else is reading?
Over here.
Somebody reading something.
No, I read one.
Revelation 1:1.
Yeah, you got it.
The Revelation 1.
Down right in there.
All right, Revelation 1:1. The revelation, so like the revelation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Right, that's why it's all praises to Yahweh, you know, in the name of Yahweh Shah, because the Most High is the one doing this, right? And he's the one that's creating this through Yahweh Shah. You can't forget that. Right? He gave this to Yahweh Shah to show us, and that's how we know today. Go ahead, brother. Ray Olive. Okay.
And he sent
Signified.
it by his angel to his servant John.
Right, he said show them things which must certainly come to pass.
God. It says, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and sanctified it by his angel unto his servant John. So like, signified.
Cool. Signified, I mean, like stamped it.
God.
So which must certainly come to pass. These things are guaranteed to happen, man. Now, this is guaranteed to happen. Go ahead, brother. Revelation 20.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 20 and verse 4.
Right, this part of the vision that he was shown.
And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw.
So we ain't gonna have no fear. We're gonna be in the same